What's up YouTube? Welcome to the second week of the UCL 2.0 as this week we're going to be taking on the 0-1 Andres Mexican Ludicolos. And one of us is going to be walking away with the victory, our very first victory, and the other is going to be walking away with a 0-2 record. So I don't want to be the one walking away with an 0-2. I'd rather would walk away with a victory. So I'm going to do my best, but be sure to stay tuned after the battle because I'm going to be going over the top 3 plays in this match that really gave either him or myself some momentum. So be sure to stay tuned for that as we're just going to jump right into this battle. I'm going to lead off with Ambar, he's going to lead off with Fortress, and I'm like, alright, this is perfect. He can set up his Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks don't hurt my team that much, and if it's only Stealth Rocks, then I'm good. But this guy has another plan. This guy has the Cuts Up Berry, which means he's going to get spikes up, and I'm going to be looking in an awkward position, that is for certain, as he sets up spikes and Stealth Rocks, and I have to switch out because I'm going to do nothing to this thing, as this Granbull's just going to go for a Toxic over here. So now this thing's going to be annoying. This thing's going to be a pain in the butt. But I figured, hey, I can call mine, I can get out a plus whatever, and this Granbull cannot touch me, he can do whatever, but once again, another plan. He's the Roar, Toxic, Annoying set. So I cannot let that happen. I have to switch back into Windy City as I'm going to protect another Toxic happening, and if he so happened to go for the Roar, then that sucks a lot. And I can officially just go for a res because I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm at 51% and he has not touched me. He has only hit me with Toxic and Roar, and the rest have been hazards, which is crazy. So thankfully he brings me out into Lemonade, and that was this is a bit unfortunate on him because Lemonade can actually take this thing down in one hit, as I do, and I have to switch out because there is no way that Sylveon's going to take Sharpie. No way. And then this happens. Yeah, so this was really bad on my part. Yeah, so I'm gonna send out Spirit Bomb. We're just gonna move past that. That was a bit bad on my part. I forgot that thing had Defiant. I have to force it out because I gotta threaten it with Will-O-Wisp. And now Infernate's gonna come in, so I'm forced to switch out because I don't know what sort of Infernate this is. Plus, I have a fully healed Windy City that could fully take any hit this thing wanted. So it was the best safe play that I could do and bring out, as I'm losing a lot of momentum here. A lot of his team is forcing me to switch out, so the U-turning action is just proving to be a bit too much for me, as I'm going to go back to 31% and I'm not looking good with this Spirit Bomb over here. So I'm going to have to try to stay in and take this Earthquake, eat it right up, go for the Pain Split, and that is a huge play because that allows me to live more hits and set up a Calm Mind, which means if he had switched into his Alakazam, then I could take any hit that thing wanted to do. But now, I have to be really careful because the knockoff is going to do so much damage. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to get the Will-O-Wisp off, so that really cripples this thing. Unfortunately, he's going to go for a Swords Dance, as I'm just going to go for a Pain Split, which means he's forced to go for another Swords Dance because he cannot take me down with one hit of a knockoff or Iron Head because he's burnt, and that sucks. So thanks to his greed, I managed to get a Shadow Ball, and the burn will finish him off, and that really worked out. That worked out pretty good. So I'm going to eat up this Dazzling Gleam now from this Mega Alakazam, and I managed to secure the KO with Shadow Ball, putting this Alakazam at 54. I'm not sure if it would have KO'd if it was at full health, but hey, that just secured it. I played with fire a bit there too, so that ain't too shabby. So now he's gonna switch into Infernape, and this Infernape is gonna be quite annoying. So all I have to do over here is just go for Sleep Talk, and I have to get Scald at least once. And hopefully I get a burn, but I get the Calm Mind, which isn't bad. That's not the worst thing to possibly happen. That means I could possibly take one Volt Switch. But what do you know, Windy City has other plans and decides to keep on resting. I'm like, what are you doing, Windy City? You... Ugh. So now this battle is becoming way too close. It's becoming way too close. As I'm gonna have to go into Chief Wiggum, go for a Sucker Punch to bring him to 37%, which means at 37%, Low Kick will KO Infernape. But we have a fully healed Electros on the field, so I have to go for the safe play. He actually withdraws and goes into Electros, as I'm gonna go for the Low Kick, do 31%, I do believe that is what the math is, as he's gonna predict me to switch out and go for a Flash Cannon. So now I have to wait, and now I just go for a Hyper Voice, and thankfully that lowers his health to a point where Weavile can actually just finish off the match with Low Kick. I will outspeed the Infernape even if it's Scarfed, that is no problem. And this is where we're actually gonna pick up our very first W of the season with a narrow 1-0 victory against Andres. Really good battle that really came down to the wire. Him setting up those Stealth Rocks and Spikes was just brilliant. So I guess that sort of leads off into the top 3 plays of this match that really felt like that really gave either him or myself some momentum, and that really segued quite well because the number 3 one was the Spikes. The Fortress proved to be quite a menace, even though it only stayed in for like 2 turns, but those 2 turns were so huge. Setting up Stealth Rocks and getting a layer of Spikes, my team suffered so much damage from switch-ins, and I could not simply like switch in whenever I wanted to. It really put a lot of pressure on me, and it was just brilliant planning on his part to have the Cuts Up Berry and really allow that to happen. So kudos to him for really prepping for that situation. And I just walked into it. I just blindly walked into that Cuts Up Berry. So the rocks put on a lot of pressure and put a lot of damage on my team. So it was a lot of playing safe for me. The second big thing was Embar getting that Sucker Punch off of not Apollyon, Infernape. There we go. Apollyon's a penguin. Ape was a monster because it had a Scarf, and at the range where it was at the moment, which was 54%, I wouldn't have taken down Infernape. I do believe Low Kick did around, I think 34 to 37%, or 37 to 42%, one of those two, and that made it at range where Weavile could take it down, and it really secured the victory, in which I could actually finish the battle with Weavile being Scarfed, being able to outspeed everything on his team, and that's why Weavile had the Scarf. It wouldn't outspeed the Alakazam or anything like that, and it proved to be quite meaningful at the end of the battle. And of the biggest, the number 1 star. The number 1 star goes to Spiritomb. That's right, Spirit Bomb proved to put the team on his back and gave us so much momentum, because getting that Will-O-Wisp off of the Bisharp was huge. Getting the Pain Splits off Bisharp 2 and the Mega Alakazam put him at a healthy amount of HP, which allowed him to absorb more hits, getting the Calm Mind up, and taking things down with Shadow Ball. That's right, even a resisted Shadow Ball took out, well, it didn't take it out, it put it at range where Burn would take it down, but still. It was huge, in which Spiritomb took out the biggest threats on his team, that being Mega Alakazam and Bisharp. Those things hit my team really hard, and Spiritomb did not care. He's just like, you know what, man? I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna blast you really hard. And that's what exactly happened. Spiritomb put the team on his back and proved to be a menacing wall that he always has been. So those are the top 3 things that really changed the battle in my favor and his favor. If you guys disagree with the list, be sure to put it in the comment section of what you believe to be the top 3 plays, or the top 3 things that really gave either Andres or myself the momentum. Be sure to leave it in the comment section down below, and we'll see if there's any valid points over there. But I'm sure you guys do your research. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to smash that like button. Next week we're gonna be taking on the 2-0 Montreal Gyarados, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, I'm only human. But they're a fantastic team. They have a differential of like plus 10 or plus 11 or something ridiculous like that. And there's only been 2 matches, so they've gotten some crazy results, and they're a really strong team to reckon with. So hopefully we'll fare out well. We'll try our best, and we'll try to get another W under our belt, but we'll see how that works out. Anywho, I'll get going. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, or do any of the above, or all of the above, or simply none of the above if you don't feel like doing it. That's alright, I can live with that. But I'm gonna get going. So thanks for watching. This is Cap, signing off.